Just a little update ahead of the team news for tonight's game against Freiburg. I kick off at 5:45. By the way, you can join myself and Gio over on the main channel from 4:40, hour and 5 minutes for kick-off. We'll be giving you the team lineups and any sort of last-minute news. There was a bit of last-minute news, which is why I'm doing an update video, basically. So I've recorded this morning's video. I recorded it last night. David Moyes has since confirmed that Mikel Antonio will not be available for tonight's game. Now, I mean, that's really, really interesting, actually, because there's a load of news reports that have popped up this morning. One of them's in the Evening Standard. It's right now. It went up 45 minutes ago, saying that the only injury absentee is Aaron Cresswell. Look, I don't know. We're going to take Moyes'... I was going to say you have to take Moyes' word for this. He has been known to fib a little bit. But let's just assume that he is telling the truth and Mikel Antonio is out for this game. I wasn't expecting this quite so soon, but we are about to find out. We are about to find out exactly what Moyes' plan B is here, and it's going to be interesting. So as far as I can see, we've got a few options. Possibly the worst option for me is to play Danny Ings there. I've been saying for quite some time, not just me, I know a lot of you guys have been saying the same thing, but for quite some time, that if Mikel Antonio goes down with anything, suspension, injury, whatever the case may be, Danny Ings cannot lead the line at West Ham for any period of time at all. He's just completely unsuited. I think it'll change the way we play. So I don't know why Moyes didn't spend more time giving Mubama a chance or Callum Marshall. I know he's not going to, but I just thought it might have been a sensible thing for him to do, just in case he found himself in a situation which exactly he finds himself in now. However, I think we're going to find out what the plan B is. I'm hoping, really hoping, it's not Danny Ings. I'd really like it to be Mubama. I don't think that's going to be the case. So I think what we're likely to see is either Jarrod Bowen or Mohammed Kudus up front. Now, David Moyes, when he was talking about Mikel Antonio, he was very much speaking about that he didn't know he'd be around for the weekend. And when he means, obviously, the Newcastle game, and let's be fair, it just seems very much like the West Ham way, doesn't it? You play these teams at sort of the wrong time. And Newcastle started the season in pretty pants form, and now not so much. So anyway, David Moyes was basically saying he doesn't know if Antonio's going to be fit for the game against Freiburg this evening and against Newcastle at the weekend. So he really needs to start implementing his plan B now. And the plan B has got to be so good that it needs to be as good as a plan A or better than a plan A. So it's Kudus or Jarrod Bowen, isn't it? And I think there's a lot of people saying they would like to see Kudus up there. Well, so would I, actually. I say there's a lot of people, so would I. But I don't think we're going to. I think what we are going to see is Jarrod Bowen shoehorned into the striker role, and then we're going to see Kudus playing on the right-hand side. David Moyes has got form for doing one thing, and that is if a player is in a contractual dispute, which Jarrod Bowen is at the moment, David Moyes will try and play him in a position that they prefer. Look, I think we saw Thomas Souček very much sacrificed for Declan Rice, and I hope that Declan Rice will sign a new deal, and Declan Rice basically given, you play whatever, do you know what, Dec? You play whatever position you want within West Ham, and we'll just fit in around you. I do wonder if, I don't need to do exactly that with Jarrod Bowen, but I do wonder if in a ploy to keep Jarrod Bowen happy, to encourage him to be more likely to sign a new deal, he's going to say, well, you know what, we'll play you as a striker, Kudus can play on the right. I think there's lots of reasons to play Jarrod Bowen as a striker. I think he's got the work rate, I think he's got the finishing. I think there's a lot of things, but what he doesn't have, I think, is possibly the physical presence up there. And I've got to say, I can't suggest yet that I know that Kudus has. I really don't. There would be another reason for playing Kudus up there, and that is that he does tend to win free kicks, and that's going to be really interesting with James Ward-Prowse. Of course, we're still waiting for his first sort of delicious free kick, aren't we? So that's going to be really, really interesting to see what David Moyes does on that. And yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, I'm not going to repeat myself what I said in the video. Big game tonight, really, really important game, and they're going to be tough. They're going to be really hard to beat. But yeah, I'm not so. It's a shame for the fans, and it's a shame for the club, because I just think it's a little bit out of order, really, on UEFA's part. We do seem to get punished unfairly, but we're not the only ones that think that, of course. But we showed, and I think we showed during COVID that, you know what, we can manage these things when the odds are maybe against us in terms of the stadium and whatnot. It's going to be a partisan crowd, of course, you're going to get it. Might even force David Moyes to be a little bit more defensive. Anyway, look, I'm waffling too much now. I'm going to get this video uploaded. I just thought I'd do it now because I certainly said in the video before, I think we'll lead the line with Antonio up front. Clearly we won't. He's going to do something different. My point is, though, what he does now may well be a little insight into what he's going to do in the next few games. I mean, it ain't great. Ideally, we have Antonio back, but I've got to say, as long as we can... If we start tonight with Danny Ings up front, I'm going to be really, really worried.